What's happening, in the world? Every Friday. Welcome to another episode of Cognac Confessionals. I'm your host, Deshaun, here at Where Media Meets Studios in conjunction with VJ TV, Feral Films, History in the Making Entertainment, Keep It Cloudy Productions, Camouflage. Shout out to the Venus Lounge. Shout out to In the Know with Cat Bob and No. You know what I'm saying? We support the team, everybody doing their thing. It's a Friday. What's happening with it? Let everybody introduce themselves as always.
Hey, what's up, man? It's your boy, Feral Films, aka Feral the Most.
And it's your boy Camouflage, man. I'm super happy to be back in the building after being off a couple weeks, man. We got a good show for y'all. Thank you everybody for tuning in.
So my God, man. Yeah, man, you was out, birthday going and shit. It was good.
Oh man, the birthday was actually is gonna be this weekend because it was quite terrible. They calling it a what are they calling it? A update gone bad, but I believe we got hacked. So I was stuck at the airport.
Damn.
I couldn't even go, man. I was supposed to go to Houston.
It was a terrorist.
To the Bay invasion and
just getting everybody ready for what's coming.
All of a sudden, because last night I read an article that said that the U.S. Air Force basically pulled up on Chinese and Russian fighter jets flying together. I don't know how old that news is, but I was tripping when I heard that after the whole attack shit.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta remember something. I ain't no wild conspiracy dude, but you gotta remember something. The Republicans is in strong partnership with the Chinese, the North Koreans, and that when I Republicans, I mean your boy Trump. So this time of year, they're going to do certain things to attack the United States in order to make it look like, see, the Democrats
losing it.
Exactly. So a lot of, because see, one thing about America, I ain't gonna make America like to be a super nation, but one of the things about America is that we actually have enough technology and firepower to literally wipe the rest of the world out 2-3 times over. So when you see these dudes and flying planes in the buildings and doing all these type of things, it's because America's letting them do it. Exactly. And they let them do it like in the 80s. Russia literally was starving. But they needed to justify the defense spending. So they would tell the public that Russia was this enemy and we need all these money for the military. Then they would send Russia food and subsidize them to basically keep them alive. Who on earth is keeping your enemy alive if they the boogeyman that you so scared of?
Because everything ain't what it seems.
Because you got to be able to tell the general public there go the bad guy over there. And you also got to be able to tell them there go the bad guy over there, and I'm the only guy that can keep you safe from them.
Exactly. Trust us, brothers. Security systems.
And that's not to say Democrats don't play the same games when they in power, but just these last couple election cycles, the Republicans have been pretty blatant with their love for Putin and this one and that one. So it's like they all play dirty games because, like in Africa when they fight civil wars, the rebels go over here, right, and make a base. And the government be over here. And here go the regular people living their life, doing whatever. The rebels will come down, beat up the people, kill them, put a flag up there, and say, we now own this village. Then they go back there, then the government comes and says, oh, this a rebel village? And they smack the people around, and the people are like, no. Then the government put their flag. So they'll fight these, so people be like, oh, Rwanda, this place, they got these civil wars. But the civil war is really two different armies abusing the regular people, and then they don't never really fight each other. They both come and dog the people, and that's sort of the game that America plays. We got Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley is right here. How's somebody gonna launch cyber attacks against America?
Right.
Yeah,
unless somebody let that shit go through.
Because that's the way of the That's how they do. They allow shit to happen. I mean, it's just like,
It's a cold game.
look at I'll just use for example, say drug smuggling from other countries to here. So much gets in, but then every now and then they got to have a big bust to make it look like they doing their job. I mean,
Right.
same shit, you know.
What I just seen on the thing that the man that's supposed to be over El Chapo, they talking about he was captured in El Paso, right? Then somebody showed the video, and dude just landed on the plane, and they walked up to the plane and brought him up. And I'm thinking, this man's supposed to be over El Chapo, right? He didn't have a. He just have it. Okay. He made a deal with somebody.
Yeah.
All right, man. I'm gonna have to go and turn myself
Wait,
in.
so I
Y'all
gotta
run
know
this.
a little bit about it, but what's the whole story with that? I mean,
They supposedly captured him, right? They said, "Oh, we captured the El whatever dude and El Chapo's son." They captured him.
yeah.
So it sounded powerful. This raid probably has the Marines and the DEA and all this, right? But then they showed the video. They came in on a regular private plane. And then, like, a couple dudes with suits walked up to the plane, helped dude down the stairs. It was like, oh, that would have took him into custody.
Oh,
So,
wow.
like, okay, that man flew it. It was obviously some sort of.
yeah.
He wasn't arrested, captured.
Yeah.
You know, wasn't no shootout, no bodyguards.
They
Right.
said at 6:00 you will land.
Right.
Or
We're
arrest you
gonna
at 6:02.
pick you up in a car.
Right. Making shit.
Probably put you in a plush federal prison, this and that. You got to turn yourself in. You done made billions. You can turn it over to your partners. They'll keep running it, business as usual. But you probably got to sacrifice for the organization for us to let y'all team keep cooking.
Exactly. We need to look like we doing our job.
So then they make these headlines, captured. And but then you see a video, put it like this. Cat selling dirt weed on 71st get took down.
Harder than that. That's
So,
wild.
I mean, shit, like, there's been a lot of shit going on. Like, we ain't spoke on the assassination attempt. We ain't spoke on old dude dropping out the election.
Yeah.
We ain't spoke on Indian old girl getting the nomination to let all that. I mean, there's hella shit going on. We got the Olympics kicking off. That's starting today.
I'm just waiting
I mean,
for the
it's-
track because I just want to see that girl Sha'Carri against the Jamaicans. But other than that, I ain't really. Even though South Sudan almost gave Team USA the business.
Hey, can't be sleeping on your morals. Motherfuckers be too cocky and confident. It's motherfuckers that wake up every day wanting to beat you.
Yeah.
That's all they think of. I want to beat you.
For you, it's just Tuesday.
Yeah,
For them,
they like, I need to whoop your ass. I need to win. And even though they lost by 1, that's still a win.
it was moral victory.
That's it. Because there are moral victories, people. Let's just keep it a buck. There are more. That's a fucking moral victory. And for everybody that was sleeping on them,
You talking about the hoop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
basketball.
In fact, to tell
They
the
had a
truth, they
15
almost
point
closed
lead,
it.
right?
They almost closed it out. Yeah.
And who saved him? LeBron.
Yeah.
Come on, he was the savior. I mean, once again, this scripted shit is a motherfucker. But
I mean, LeBron is 39. Like, man, come on.
Hey, he's the savior. Y'all.
39 I don't care how raw you is. 39 taking 24-year-olds off the dribble
Well, they
for the
say
money.
he's spending $1 million a year on his body, so
Okay,
I don't know.
tell me
He's got
something.
some bionic kneecaps or something.
All
A lot of them cats be 39 that can barely walk. LeBron out here tomahawk dunking still. Like,
Man, ain't that
okay.
crazy. Damn.
What they say, the clear, what's that stuff they had to
Nah,
clear?
I'm
LeBron got something else.
doing them stem cell smoothies at halftime or whatever. I don't know. I'm just playing. But I mean, yeah, we got the Olympics. We got a lot of shit to talk about, man. So y'all, what y'all want to get into first?
Hey, when old boy was up there grabbing his ear,
Oh,
all I could think about is, and like once more, let me clarify. Once more, I ain't no conspiracy dude, but I had to laugh and say, y'all really buying this?
Yeah,
They
shit
said
look
that
weird.
man put a 5-foot ladder in a Hyundai Sonata, drove up to the thing and walked across the field with a rifle and like, let me tell you something. if they having a rally right now at the Coliseum, this is probably the closest you'll be able to park. And then, so first off, you got a 5-foot ladder in a Hyundai Sonata. And now we're going to take this ladder, walk up Hagenberger, and nobody say, hey, man, what's up with bruh?
Yeah.
I'm just not buying
Even
it.
beyond that, bruh walking around with a goddamn scope in his pocket.
Yeah. Scope in your pocket, you just happen to see me. I mean,
in the 90s, Clinton came to town.
I'm sorry.
And he did something over here, right? And I was at the what's this joint around this hotel around here? They used to have a bar right there, the Hilton.
The Hilton.
Oh,
We was at the bar. There was Secret Service there because he was going to drive by to get to the airport. So they had Secret Service all right there.
Yeah,
I just find it hard to believe that this man, this 20-year-old kid, drove up in a Sonata with a ladder in it, got out with the ladder and the rifle, and walked through the field and climbed up the building and was able to take clean shots.
Did he took 8 shots? What is 8 or 7 or?
Yeah, I find it hard to believe.
It's weird. And now today they arguing about was he hit with shrapnel, some glass, and then Trump doctor is like, no, it was a bullet. I don't even know. Why are we even having? Because I guess so.
That man should have half an ear then.
I think less than 2 hours, or I could be wrong, but if I'm remembering correctly, within 2 hours of the incident, one of the Secret Service agents went public and said he was hit with some shrapnel, a piece of glass, basically.
Which makes sense. Because the way he grabbed his ear and is bleeding, now he's not.
But what glass was it in front of him?
It hit the shield. They said a bullet hit the teleprompter.
Oh.
And that glass is what hit him. And that makes sense because he was cut, he was bleeding, but now it's healed. Because if he got hit with a real slug,
right, Vaughn. What's happening, my guy?
He looked like Holyfield did after.
I was going to say. So speaking of the ear,
he's walking around without the shit now.
So I seen a post of Trump was at somewhere and without nothing on his ear.
Yeah, it should be a piece of that ear gone.
And there's ear. I can't put it on the screen, but the ear looked normal.
Yeah.
So once again, y'all niggas falling for the banana in the tailpipe.
Plus, ain't no 79. What Trump? 78, 79.
Yep.
79-year-old dude just literally right now if a bullet ding your ear right now, you'll be carrying me out of here like this, loopy. This man,
that's what I'm saying.
Like he said,
that's the extra shit. The whole Hulk Hogan, I'm a real American ass. I can't even because of my shoulder, but I use his hand. The way he was.
Yeah, I'm sitting there like, y'all buying this?
That shit reminded me of, remember when Paul Pierce faked that bullshit in the game because he shitted on himself and that shit? That's what that shit reminded me of, man. I'm sorry.
So he to the back, cleaned him up like a newborn.
Then they wheeled him off from the wheelchair, then he come back like...
So then what made it even
I'm
more...
sorry.
Look
I
even more
can't respect it. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. You put 100 niggas behind. We not sticking around and wait for some more shots.
Yeah, that's another thing.
They just sitting there still holding the signs. Like,
and it's a dude, and not only is Trump up here like this, it's a couple people right here that's hit. It's one dude. Dead. Gap. Nigga, man, I'm trampling people.
It's supposed to be.
And we don't know where it's coming. I'm trampling
people. He talking about, and nobody got trampled, and nobody got, I'm like, dude.
Then you see a video of, I saw a video of the person and rest in peace to the person who actually lost their life. Because real people do get killed in false flags. I've always stated that.
Yeah, because you got to make it look good.
Yeah.
And we are expendable to the elites.
You are. It looked like the person that got shot got hit from the back, but the shots was supposed to be, the shooter was from this way. The person, because there was the rump is here, the person that got hit is in the stands here, and then there's a person over here, and the person they fell forward. So if it's just like the Zapruder footage film and with JFK, if you get hit from the back, your head will go forward. Now, I mean, I know trajectory and angles.
Man grabbed the front of his neck, then his head went backwards. Them bullets was coming from over there.
I know bullet trajectory and angles and shit. So
I mean, Harvey Oswald over here, and I'm grabbing my chest.
I'm just saying, man. Jay-Z said, "We don't believe you. We need more people." You motherfuckers, y'all could falling for the banana in the tailpipe.
Yeah, that shit looks kind of.
I mean,
Then,
but
go
it's
ahead.
one thing though. I can always think that. You ever think about just going all in on being like some old Ringling Brothers con man shit? Because the
This
average
is
person
wrestling.
out here is really stupid.
This is wrestling. This shit is wrestling. Excuse me,
Mhm.
not wrestling. Wrestling.
And they don't have no problem, like you said. People get killed in these false flags. They have no problem with sacrificing the average person. And some of these people you got between the ones that's cynical, who just trying to get paid, and they don't give a fuck. The ones who are true believers, who believe that you dying is a good sacrifice to advance the cause. It's hard to go against these people.
Yeah. I mean, you got, and here's the thing. This is just a real quick one. So remember, the Supreme Court of Republicans.
Trap got a good point.
Yeah.
No recoil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no recoil, definitely. So you got, remember the Supreme Court made that ruling the president could be immune and all that, and everybody was like, "That's saying the political appointment you can assassinate this and that and that." And I said it from the beginning. I said that just means that Biden can take a shot.
Mm-hmm.
And I said that to a bunch of. Once that I said everybody thinking about Trump, so I said that means Biden can take a shot.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all don't get it because I think shit. I look at shit differently.
But they try
it's
to
funny.
leave it open in their
But
opinion.
that
talking
shit
about,
was
or they
all that
decision
shit
saying that we don't think
is whack.
somebody will do something like that. But if they,
But then that's you only relying on that person's morals.
Yeah.
right,
Ain't
exactly.
no morals in this
You're
shit.
relying on that if I do get in that position, I would have the morals to not do that. But what if I do? Oh, I got too much integrity there. But who's to say the dude who comes after me, I'll be like, oh, I could do it?
Yeah,
I can get away with it?
Right.
Niggas over there talking down on my name? Oh,
Y'all,
shit. Off
exactly.
with
This
what
shit-
Marlo said on the wire. Niggas is saying my name?
Off with their head. Y'all better understand this shit is wrestling. For real. This shit is TV entertainment to keep y'all eyes off the prize.
Well, what happens if we get a crazy Democratic, president who goes ape shit worse than Trump in 20 years from now? Like, they gonna regret this shit. Like,
Yeah.
This
But here's
shit-
another thing that a lot of people are going to regret, though, is that there's been a lot of hype on this Project 2025, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's people who say, we're going to leave off the Democratic plantations. The Democrats, even though 90% of us vote Democrats, and when I say us, I say the melanated people.
Mm-hmm.
Proud of me, I didn't say blacks.
Thank you.
Not melanated people. But here's the thing. One of the things that we really should be scared of in this Republican agenda is that they want to give police officers full immunity.
what?
We just saw.
I didn't see that part.
We just saw. Well, I saw the video where
Yeah, I
this
did
dude
too.
literally, basically killed this little bitty pretty sister. I see a video. They're sitting there, man. He's about 6'4", 250. She's about 5'2", and she's obviously having some little mental issues. And she said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." And dude's response is, "What?" Like, basically,
Yeah.
pull out his gun. He tripping. He basically kills her for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the good
And-
thing they arrested him and
Yeah.
charged him
Shot her
with
in the
murder.
head.
But in the Trump world,
Yeah.
if Trump and them get a second term,
Right.
he might could get fired, but he wouldn't be able to be sued or prosecuted.
Right.
And can you imagine the amount of lawsuits, the police brutality that we've seen here across America, and imagine the wave that will come if police know that there's a fact that there will be no consequences
Oh
for
yeah.
their actions. And based on simply things like that, I can't get behind that other side.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, it's like you said. If there's the consequences, is what usually deters further
Hey,
actions.
Shantae's watching.
Yeah.
Hey,
Seeing her. What's happening, sis?
Shantae, cheers to you and hope you
Salute.
get better.
Get well.
Good to see
Godspeed.
you.
It's like when you learn a lesson. Remember, we was kids. We either got an ass whoop on punishment
Mm-hmm.
when we did some bullshit.
And imagine no consequences.
I'd be like, oh shit, I can do this shit all the time and nothing.
And
So-
that go back to about the presidential immunity. Imagine if there's no consequences
Right.
Yeah.
Only your morals are stopping you from just being
and
naked.
Right. And the thing about it, like, I've even seen other people speak on this, and it's like if you sue, like suing the police
Mm-hmm.
or the department is one thing, but sue their insurer.
Yeah.
You sue who insures them. That's where the money at, and then that's where you get change, because the motherfuckers who back them and all that, you go after their shit.
Yeah.
Then you'll start seeing changes in regulations and shit happen. Motherfuckers will be, oh, we got to shoot the beanbag, but people are going towards that now because nobody was thinking of that then. It's just like I use OJ for example. OJ was found not guilty. He didn't do shit, but. What the Goldman family do? Motherfucker said, we going after you civilly. It's like, wait a minute. So I'm not guilty on this way, but you motherfuckers went after my pockets and my other shit on some other shit. That same way motherfuckers need to go after the police when they do bitch ass shit. Same shit.
And that's ironic. Why did you say one of the sharpest businessmen? My brother-in-law got killed in '96, right? Police didn't do nothing, right? And he said, hey, that property where he got killed at, sue the landlord and they insurer will get involved. He said they insurers investigators will come and say, we ain't liable, this man right here did it, whoop-de-whoop right here. He said the same thing. He said the police ain't moving how you want to. Fuck with somebody's money and all of a sudden you're gonna get all the action you want.
Yes.
Go after the money. And they was also saying some people want to pass laws where if police do a bad shooting, you can go after their pensions, stuff like that. Yeah, he said a lot of them will hesitate to shoot if they know that they could lose their pension.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For some of those questionable shootings, or he had a cell phone in his hand, but I some kind of way thought this was a gun. A lot of them shootings will cease if I know. If I play like I thought this was a gun and I shoot this man and I don't have nothing to retire on.
Right.
The crazy part too about dude that killed old girl with the pot, man. She, you know,
and she didn't have a pot.
That was supposedly his sixth police department since 2020.
Yes.
And he had 2 DUIs. I mean, bruh, I
who
couldn't even hardly find a job back in the day when I had a DUI.
The only Bay Area police department that will hire you with a DUI is the San Francisco Sheriff's.
But 2?
No. In fact, that one DUI that you had, it would have had to be 3 to 4 years in the past, and your first 2-3 years you'd be working in the jail. So it would be about 6-7 years between you and the DUI before you made it out to the street. In fact, you might never make it to the street. You might go from working to the jails to being a bailiff, but you would never hit the streets.
Yeah.
This man had a couple DUIs, and he went from department to department to department. Here's the thing. Same thing happened in Vallejo.
Covering up for bad people.
Vallejo needed police, right? They started hiring all the police that was getting fired from Oakland or asked to resign. And suddenly police shootings in Vallejo spiked like crazy. Damn. And a lot of people are saying this. In Oakland, in order to get fired, you had to really be wicked. You know what I'm saying? Like just being kind of wicked, shooting people, abusing people, that won't get you fired. So if a person got fired from OPD, then that means they ain't fit to be no police. And Vallejo was hiring all them dudes. And then suddenly, a shout out to Day Day and them, and there was a case in Willie McCoy. He got killed in the Taco Bell drive-thru, and they shot him like 40 times. And then it got exposed that pretty much all the police that was involved in that shooting was all ones that had been fired. And then they traced them, and they was basically running around Vallejo shooting like crazy. And it was like, and I say all that to say is that when you're a police officer, you could shoot people, you could abuse people, people give you the benefit of the doubt. So if you such a bad police officer that 6 different police agencies said, nah, dude, we good off you, that means that man shouldn't have been up in nobody's house with no gun, with no authority.
Facts. And
she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. His response was, you better not, I'll shoot you in the fucking face.
Mm-hmm.
And then she said, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker, he didn't look at her as no human being.
Hell no.
Because if a 5'2", 120-pound woman come in here, even if she was raging at us, we'll be like, come on, sister, calm down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we'll look at her as a human being.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This motherfucker pulled out his pistol and said, I'll shoot you in your fucking face. Then shot her and told his partner, shit, ain't no need for that.
Yeah.
Then they got extended
yeah, when he
video
said,
where he
"Should
went
I get the
outside,
shit?"
was like, because one of the police came in, another one came in and said, okay, where's the gun?
That was a sergeant.
Yeah, because he like, I know she had to have a gun, because why'd you
Yeah.
shoot her? Where's the gun? Dude like, nah, she ain't had no gun. He went out and told the other ones, nah, the bitch crazy.
But what I did
He-
like is he said, "Mark this off. This is a crime scene," and that's when that motherfucker got nervous.
Yeah,
That's when he went outside and started shaking.
but
Talking
this,
about,
but the
the bitch
thing
was
is that
crazy.
he really saw
Yeah.
her. He treated her like if one of us was to shoot a raccoon that fucked
Yeah.
with our trash cans.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Like she
And
wasn't
I
even
hope,
human.
I hope he get everything he deserved times 10. In slow
not-
motion.
And not like the one because
In
quiet
slow
is
motion.
kept. The one that killed Oscar Grant,
Mhm.
when
Mhm.
they overturned his conviction. So he went up by up by Nevada,
Mm-hmm.
and in his mother's maiden name, he's still a police officer up there. Because when they released him, they overturned his conviction, so he didn't have no conviction. So he's still a police officer up in up like Grass
Mhm.
Valley, up by
Mm-hmm.
up there in a different name.
Wow.
So hopefully this dude don't they make a big show, convict him.
Mm-hmm.
Then a couple
And then
years
let
later
you-
they overturn the
Yeah,
conviction.
exactly. Take one for the team.
Yeah.
We got you down the line, dude, but you're going to have to eat this. You're going to have to sit the bench.
Well, like what's that in Dallas? Remember when they came in the house? The chick said she had the wrong apartment.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
while his family is hugging her and the judge is hugging her
Mm-hmm.
and this and that, and they're like, oh, she got convicted. She immediately filed an appeal.
Mm-hmm.
So she might actually get out and on that appeal become a police again.
Wow.
So, which means she had no real remorse for what she did.
Yeah, see, that's that bullshit.
They literally would shoot us down in the streets the same as they shoot like a dog
Mm-hmm.
or a possum.
They don't give a fuck about us.
Well, that's what else he did. And when he killed her, he said, "Man, what else was I supposed to do?" Or
Yeah,
some
this
shit
was
like
crazy. Some
Yeah.
shit. He was real.
that. Yeah.
Like I would probably be like, oh
Like,
my
she had a
god.
fucking pot with
Oh my
hot
God.
water.
My
Back the
thing
fuck
was
up.
just, oh my god, I killed her. Like niggas would probably have to sit me down and fan me.
Yeah.
Dude was like, the bitch was crazy.
Yeah. No
Shit,
need
what-
to go get that medical shit.
Yeah, like he was going to the bar that night.
Yeah.
He wasn't affected at all.
And the cold part about this, too, is, I'm going to go deeper with it. Every election year,
You have these type of incidents.
every election year, for somebody to rally behind gun control or police this or whatever, every election year, you go back and look at every election year, you go back and look, you'll find these incidents. And the cold part is these, not saying that these incidents don't happen non-election years, because they happen then too, but it's just interesting that
The timing
it's
and what the media chooses
Because-
to highlight.
right, because remember, right before the assassination attempt, right before old dude dropping out the election, right before the Indian black chick getting the legend nomination, right before this sister losing her life at the hand of some pilgrim, we was starting to garner attention to Project 2025.
Mm-hmm.
It was starting to get a lot of attention. Who's backing it and all that, and all of a sudden, a few events, you don't hear too much about it anymore. Everybody focusing on the Eargate. Everybody focusing on
Distractions are real.
a motherfucker, false flags. Oh, we need to do
Now,
this. Old dude can't do it no more. Just back out the election. Everybody gonna be focusing on why you back out, and then they was focusing on, well, why the Obamas and everybody ain't endorsed Kamala yet, and why did everybody focusing on all the bullshit that they keep throwing at y'all? and y'all falling for it and
Let me
this
give
and
y'all
that.
some tea. Old boy was supposed to actually have dropped out in November. And I know somebody who works for Newsom, and that's why Newsom suddenly started appearing in Iowa and different places doing press conferences. Old boy was supposed to drop out in November. While they was making the deal, he wasn't even supposed to run. He was supposed to be like, you know what? I'm finna retire, spend more time.
My family.
And then Newsom was out here suddenly doing press conferences and interviews in different states to raise his national profile. Newsom was too cocky with it. Like, I'm the heir apparent. And that made old boy say, you know what? And then he stepped into the primaries. But the party was disappointed in him because they was like, we're going to run Newsom. And then when he didn't, because Newsom didn't kiss the ring properly. So he was really running out of spite. So they've spent since November trying to figure out a way to get him out of there. So when he did bad in that debate, it was a godsend. Pelosi and all them was like, even though publicly they were saying one thing, behind the scenes, and finally dude realized, fuck it, I'm going to chalk it. But he made sure he chalked it in a way that he tossed the ball to anybody but Newsom. So now when he tossed the ball to Kamala, Newsom would have looked like a madman trying to step in.
Right.
Because Newsom is one of them dudes who feel like he was born to be president, and everything is just rehearsal for that, and they fucked him over. And he can't go against Kamala because it would disrupt
you can't divide the party again.
But he was actually supposed to have been able to step in November. But he was too arrogant, because even though Biden is 80 years old, this and that, he's been playing this game his whole life, and he didn't kiss the ring right. Like, for instance, Biden, when he was running in 2020, had to go kiss, what's that black dude? Clyburn's ring. He had to go kiss his ring, and then dude delivered South Carolina and all that to him because he was struggling.
Politics is a motherfucking pile of tricks.
And if you do not, and a lot of it's based on ego. There's people in politics who will burn all this thing down if they don't feel like you got at them correctly. You know what I'm saying? I'll burn down everything. There's people who will expose themselves to expose you if that's what it takes. So you can't make enemies out here. It's people that will burn the house down.
So what's y'all take on? Excuse me. This whole Kamala thing.
I'm torn. One, she was born in she was born in Kaiser. So, and people say, I had a dude telling me, oh, she's pandering for the black vote, right?
She is.
But I'm like, I know people personally who was friends with her. She hung with black women. And she went to Howard, and she's an AKA. So on one hand, I'm like, she kind of identified with this. But on the other hand, she do got the soul of a politician, and politicians can sometimes be willing to do anything to get into power. So I'm torn on her. If I got to choose between her and dude,
I'm gonna pick her.
I'm gonna pick her. But do I look at her as this righteous?
No.
Like this person that like, oh, I'm gonna get behind you. You're gonna see me riding down the street with a Kamala flag on the back of the car and all that.
No, I'm not with her, but I will more than likely vote for her. Lesser of two evils. That's the thing to where. Oh, matter of fact, Flash, same question. What's your take on this?
I'm happy that she's running. I mean, she identifies as a black woman. She's from Oakland. She grew up around here. I mean, you know, a lot of people knock her for being a prosecutor and all that, but most of the shit that she was prosecuting wasn't like individuals. Like, her biggest cases was against companies and shit like that. But anyway, I'm not trying to justify all that. I'm just saying I'd rather her, I think, just morally, you know, I teach my kids, you know, not to lie, not to cheat, not to steal, stay your ass out of jail. You know what I'm saying? And dude is just, Trump is rump. It's just the whole epitome
Of a liar.
of a liar. He don't care about nothing but himself.
True.
And regardless of what my opinion is, the fact is that the dude is a felon. He's been found guilty of sexual assault.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And tax fraud. I mean, just all kind of crazy stuff. Like, what are we doing?
Things that would have me and you in the bank.
Yeah, and the crazy part is, I watched this thing on him when they came out with that Axios tape when he was talking about grab him by the pussy.
Mm-hmm.
His whole team thought he was done, and then everybody just said fuck it, like we don't care.
Exactly.
And so the more shit that he does that's bad,
They push it.
people
I told you this
push
shit
it,
is
and it's
wrestling.
like,
Well, he really, like wrestling, he really appeals to the lowest common denominator.
yeah.
He really
And-
appeals to the base.
And
Yeah.
so that's so those are the facts. My personal reason why I don't like him was even before the elections. In the 1980s, the dude was found guilty of basically when anybody of color applied for his apartment buildings, he
Yeah.
said, no, we don't want your black ass in here.
Between that and the Central Park
Five,
Five alone, I don't care what his policies is as a black man.
Man,
I could
and
never be like,
I don't see how
for
I
them.
don't see how you can be black, vote for somebody who wouldn't want you to live in their apartments, who went against the Central Park Five, who literally robbed families of millions of dollars by creating a fake university from professors who wasn't even real professors, bro. Like just them three things alone.
All around.
It's like,
crook business.
How are we even doing this right now? Like, what are we even talking about? Like,
Right.
like I'm not naive
How
enough
is
to
it
think of a politician as some exalted human being.
right.
None of
But
them.
I'm also a man of that level of low character shouldn't be in there. That's what I'm thinking. Like, man, y'all, like I'm not a conservative, but if they brought another conservative, like some Mormon type dude, and I know he didn't lie, he don't cheat on his wife, this and that, and I know that even though we disagree ideologically, it's still gonna be fair. I might be like, man, fuck Kamala. I'm going with this dude.
There is a
But Trump,
No.
I can't select him over nobody
Exactly.
because he's
there
got
is
low
a
morals.
lot of good. Listen, man, I'm independent when it comes to the party shit.
Me too.
There's a lot of good Republicans,
You don't
man,
need
that
that
they
shit.
could put up there, man, with morals, like you said, people that have
But
reached
they
the
won't get the
highest
trailer park
esteem.
people fired up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then this dude that he picked as vice president is like a total joke, man.
Dude,
is,
I seen a commercial
wow.
with dude
is
made
even worse
talking
than
about
Trump.
he got to talking about how the Mexicans was coming. First off, he's in Ohio. Ain't no Mexicans coming over the border fucking with Ohio.
That's
But
the
they
boogie,
said that
man.
they was smuggling it.
Maybe they coming on Southwest Plains and parachuting down. I
Right,
don't know.
but dude made a commercial talking about his mom. That like they were smuggling the the Mexicans were smuggling the drugs in, and his mother basically became a victim of the drugs. So then on Twitter, they were called community notes, and it was like actually his mother was a registered nurse,
Yeah.
and when she was supposed to come bring people pain medicine,
She was keeping it.
she was keeping the pain medicine and just writing on the chart that you, even though you might be like, oh God, I'm in pain, she'd write on the chart that you said everything is fine, and she would pocket
Wow.
the medicine. That's why his mother was a drug addict, not because Mexican cartels was bringing in. So I look at him and say, okay, he's another man of low character. So you got a low character man here and a low character man here running together.
Well,
I'm
you
either
know,
gonna
he's
stay
one of the
home
dudes-
or vote for Kamala, but I can never vote for these guys.
Oh yeah, I never vote for Trump.
But he's one of the dudes
But-
that's pushing that she's a DEI hire. You know what I'm saying? Which is basically
And they the type of dudes that say each
Diversity,
one of us will
equity,
be a
and
DI
inclusion.
hire.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And it's like
We're only here for affirmative action.
how can you and that's what makes me lean towards the Democrat shit, because how you gonna call her a DEI hire when she's got more credentials than all of y'all that's saying this?
Right. Right. And let me address something that Round Trip is saying.
Yeah.
What's up with you, bro? So she's saying he's talking about. Are you talking about that? Are you talking about that
When she
Kevin
blocked-
Cooper case? Because he's saying that there was a brother that was convicted of murder. Well, that particular brother that was convicted of murder was convicted, and the murder happened in 1989. He was convicted in 1992 in San Francisco. Kamala Harris was actually an assistant DA in Alameda County during that time. When evidence came forward, and I'm just gonna call. Can I call a spade a spade?
That's what we do here.
I'm gonna call a spade a spade. Not to slander the brother Kevin Cooper, but I'm gonna slander him a little bit. If he didn't do it, his partner did it. And the problem came is they used to have two black detectives over there in Fillmore and Hunters Point, Earl Sanders. One of them ended up becoming the chief later on. And they was notorious famous because they solved all the murders. But one of their methods was if they knew you did it, they would do some Mark Furman. Suddenly, an eyewitness saw you do, like if the streets were saying you did it, and they knew you did, they couldn't prove it, suddenly there was a witness who saw you running from the scene. Or suddenly the gun was found in your grandmother's backyard. They was not above these two black detectives, Napoleon Hendricks and Earl Sanders. And Earl Sanders later became the chief in San Francisco. They was not above framing cats that they felt did it. Because at the end of the day, they called themselves the guardians of the community. So if you was knocking people down, they was going to take you off the streets, even if they cheated. So in this Kevin Cooper case, they framed him. Right? But they framed him when Kamala Harris was still in college. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, fast forward years later, the witnesses get to recant and this and that, right? Whereas the prosecutor, her job is still to go in there and represent the city. She didn't frame this man, this and that. And ultimately, just to keep it 100, if he didn't do it, his partner did it.
Yeah.
So we're not talking about they rolled down the street and just grabbed somebody that fit the description. The guilty is, but he shouldn't have never been convicted because they did frame him.
Yeah.
But she didn't do it. And now they out here saying she framed this black man, just like they saying she locked up thousands of brothers for smoking weed. None of that shit is true.
Because nobody's really fact checking.
Now, did this man Kevin Cooper get framed? He got framed. But if you really listen to the streets and you really know the people that was over there, that nigga did it. They just couldn't prove it and they framed him. Just like Mark Furman magically found the bloody glove and all that shit. Police is not above, if they believe you did it, they not above manipulating the evidence. And sometimes you know, very rarely sometimes the evidence, but sometimes it really be, man, we know dude did it.
Yeah. But to me, even if she sent, let's just say hypothetically, she sent 100 motherfuckers to jail on some bullshit.
She didn't lock up no. There wasn't no thousands of niggas left off of San Francisco streets, and did no time in the penitentiary off no smoking weed.
But what I'm saying, facts. But what I'm saying is, you got that. And you got bruh who didn't even want niggas living in his property, bruh. He got convicted of the shit and cashed everybody out.
And then that Central Park 5
the
shit.
Central Park 5. And he still, just last year, was saying, nah, man, I still believe they guilty. But what really got me recently, man.
DNA evidence cleared them. They wasn't the ones.
What really got me when he was president, man, and they had that goddamn Klan rally, man. And that dude sat up there and said it was very fine people on both sides, bro.
Them ain't fine people.
And black people still fuck with him, bro. It's something wrong with you, man. It's something, you don't love yourself, bro. If somebody telling you and showing you throughout history they don't fuck with y'all, he'll fuck with the rich niggas for clout and all that. But he ain't.
Kodak Black can get a pardon.
He ain't fuck, bro. You don't want. You got convicted, bro. He got caught, bro. The people in his hotel literally snitched on him. Like, we keep giving him these black people's applications, and he's like, I don't want niggas in my shit, blood. Like, period.
And what a lot of people don't realize
I can't fuck with
that,
you after that, bro. Like, I don't care what you do after that. I cannot fuck with you.
And here goes the thing: the true elites of this country
corporation.
They don't care about shit like that, right? But
For sure they don't.
they want to pack in the Supreme Court justices.
Oh,
They
yeah.
want certain regulations overturned, this and that, right? And a lot of people don't realize certain things. Like people will say, well, George Bush was a conservative. Why he didn't do these things? Because even though, and I can't believe I'm saying something in defense of George Bush, even though George Bush was a conservative, he considered himself a Christian, and there were certain things that he wouldn't do because he didn't think it was fair or morals, right?
Which one you talking about?
The son, George W. Bush.
Oh, the dumb.
But a lot of the things that went on, packing the Supreme Court, trying to get rid of the Voting Rights Act, this and that, they could have did that under Bush, but Bush wouldn't go for it. Because even though Bush was definitely a right-wing dude, he would say stuff like, well, I'm against abortion, but it's obviously the will of the people. Or I'm against this thing that might lead to more climate change. I don't really believe in climate change, but there's people that do, so maybe we shouldn't do that. Well, then they bring in a man like Trump who doesn't have any morals.
You don't give two fucks.
And he's
a Viking.
So they're going to support Trump because Trump will get involved in that shit that'll get the trailer park fired up while they are able to not execute their true agenda.
Yeah.
And since he doesn't have any morals or principles, and as long as he getting paid, he'll stand aside while they run that project 2025. And this, none of this shit is new. They've been wanting to do a lot of the Voting Rights Act, the Voting Rights Act, abortion, affirmative action.
That's what it's all about.
They've been wanting to get rid. They've been wanting to get rid of that shit since Reagan.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying? They
take
now
that-
finally got a dude who will go along with
They'll
it.
take a crazy dude to push that agenda, man,
It's all
over
wrestling.
anything, bro. Like they'll let that shit. And just like you said with the Supreme Court justices, one of the coldest things they did. I remember when Obama was going on his way out,
Right.
and he had 6 months left, and he
could
was
have
trying to
appointed.
appoint the judge,
Mhm.
and the Republicans had a fit.
They was
It
like,
was
we'll
on the
shut
nose
this
for two.
bitch down.
Yeah. You can't do it. Let the people decide. It's an election coming.
Right.
And then in the last 6 months of Trump's
They
thing,
put 3 on there.
Democrats said the same thing to them, and bruh was like,
Yeah, I
no,
don't give a
but in the last 6
Yeah.
months he put that
McConnell
one.
said,
yeah.
fuck y'all.
They said, "It's too bad, psych. You should have
Should have did it.
Yeah. you
And
know
that's
what
the
I mean?
thing about it.
Right.
They was like,
Here's
we
the
thought
question,
we
guess
was
what?
playing by the rules.
If you
Right.
shoot, listen, I ask you a question.
And he's putting
Let
in
me ask you a motherfucking
young
question.
people like
Yeah.
our age that could be there for
You ready for
30
this question?
years.
Right.
If you shoot first, do you have to shoot back? You get that at 3 in the morning.
But here's the thing. And what's upsetting to me is that for so many years,
You can't be mad at the motherfucker.
Democrats was trying to play
They like,
by,
fuck y'all. We
by
doing it.
principle.
Yeah.
Like, same thing, and Bush tried to do it too. Like, hey, I'm against abortion, but it's kind of a 50-50 thing, so we're going to leave it alone.
Right.
We all know what that's
There's a
about.
lot of people who are against affirmative action, but there's a lot of people for it, so I ain't going to touch it.
Right.
And then Obama come into office, I ain't finna make, and they said, make the Roe versus Wade into law. And Obama was like, well, just like Bush said, a lot of people for it, a lot of people against it, we just gonna leave it alone. Trump comes into office,
Fuck all this
He
shit.
ran on that shit.
And the thing about it is, cause like me, I look at history stuff. Like even I watch shows, and even I go into the Vikings shit that they did, how they used to do shit. I look at shit like that and study that type of shit, cause that's what y'all dealing with. But y'all too scared for me to tell y'all that, but that's true. It's type
no,
of
go and
mentality.
speak on it.
That's the mentality of the people y'all dealing with. So y'all need to study and look at that type of shit, because that's what they do. They destroy everything. They don't give a fuck. But these motherfuckers don't give a fuck. They destroy shit. And I'm not saying that the Democrats are some saints, because I'm gaslighting ass
for
motherfuckers.
sure. No.
And I'm just saying, for you colored, black, melanated, whatever the fuck you want
One
to be.
dude lets you get
that-
leftovers, and another dude gives you
Yeah.
crumbs.
Right, exactly. Just like how do you want your racism? That's why I tell people, how do you want your racism? Do you want it blatantly in your face, or do you want a motherfucker that I'm gonna give you this apartment? I'm gonna give you a job that's gonna pay you 65% of what you were,
Right.
and I'm gonna put you on some subsidies because I always need you here. The Democrats is like fucking doctors that's handing out drugs to the
keep you
community.
alive.
I'm gonna keep you alive. I ain't gonna let you die.
Yeah, because I need to keep selling you
I
these
need to
drugs.
sell you these drugs. But the healthy shit is over here, but I don't want you to have that. I want you to have this liquor. I want you to have this weed that we engineering. I want you to have this tobacco. I want you to have this porn. And by the way, we
Sedate you.
Yeah, I want you exactly. And then we got islands that we fly people to that want to do that extra shit.
That Epstein shit, that's some wild shit. Because here goes the thing.
I'm just saying. That's who y'all dealing with.
If you're
And
familiar with
and hold on,
prisons,
let me
that
finish.
man was Q15.
And listen to me though. And this is the thing that pisses me off the most about this shit. With people. As long as y'all continue to fall into the realm of you gotta be a Democrat or a Republican, y'all keep falling for the shit that's two parties only. Fuck that. It could be 50 million parties. And remember when this is when they fucked shit up and they showed their hand. When Hillary ran, remember Bernie was everybody was Bernie, but the demos, the Democrats did the whole no, it's gonna be Hillary. We not fucking with Bernie when he had the push.
Yeah.
Yeah, he lightweight had the streets.
He had it, y'all, and it's, like I said, left wing, right wing, same bird. Cut the fucking head off, and you ain't got to deal with either wing.
Don't fly into a wall either way.
Exactly. Y'all better. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Y'all better get the
Yeah,
fucking.
no,
put.
I agree with all that. I just think, we was talking about though to start is just man the head of that shit. Like I don't want my kids, man, seeing this dude, man. This dude is a walking moral fuck up, man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And he's proud of it, bro. He's proud. He's proud to be an agitator and be all weird and calling, Kamala by out her name and calling her this and calling everybody like dude. You're 80 years old and you still capping on people, bro.
Here's the thing, and just looking at the annals of history.
I mean, man, when you look at it like that,
because a lot of us will sit and you'll hear the thing about other countries won't respect a woman as president.
Yeah,
but Mexico, there's a lot of countries that have.
United Kingdom had Margaret Thatcher. She was, in fact, they fought a war and she was in the lead.
Mexico got a woman that's president right now, and that's a whole nother story. That's I don't even want to go into that.
She was a Jew.
Yeah. So,
that's my sister Michelle Chappelle could lead the country.
Yeah,
she's a military veteran.
Hey there,
what's up, Michelle?
Thank you for tuning in. But I'm not even gonna say it's a double-edged sword, but the bullshit factor is when it comes to Kamala, because they giving her the us. She want us, which she ain't. But anyway, it's a whole nother story.
They not like us.
Yeah, I'm so never mind. That's another anyway.
Hey,
but
I'll be cool.
Every time
my sister Michelle is an AKA and Kamala is an AKA, so they got a sisterhood. Right
Y'all
there.
got that. Yeah, it's good. But the thing is, they always leave it up to niggas to clean up shit. So, in hindsight, looking at the annals of history, it's why I see that she would win.
Yeah.
Because they put melanated people in charge when it's the real rough shit coming.
Oh yeah.
Because it's something. Because there's more shit coming, you guys. I hope y'all understand that. It's way more shit coming, and then it's the responsibility of the melanated person to hold all that shit up. And when shit doesn't, then it's like, see, we gave you niggas a chance. Now that's why we don't give niggas. Why we ain't got no nigga sports owners? Because you niggas will run the shit in the ground. We don't let you niggas. We give you niggas opportunity, and you don't fucking get the ball in the goal. That's what's going on right now, y'all. Now, personally, I hold everybody accountable. I hold Kamala punk ass accountable just like I hold Trump punk ass accountable.
Yeah.
I call shit for what it is. I don't give a fuck what organization you belong to or who the fuck you are. I call shit like it is, like we should do.
Yeah.
And as long as, like I said before, as long as y'all keep believing in only two parties, y'all keep signing up for who y'all want to be y'all master every 4 years. And
Listen,
never mind.
I'd rather the one who ain't got nuclear code sitting in the bathroom while motherfuckers is having a dinner party.
Yeah. 'Cause Trump is. That's another thing. Because
This dude is crazy.
Nah,
man.
I got a
You hear
joke.
the tape of him bragging about the shit and showing everybody top secret documents at a party.
Yeah,
I'm
wildin'.
like, bruh, come on, man.
Like they
Knock
should
it
lock you
off,
up
bruh.
for that.
yeah,
No,
I mean-
not him, because he got the more bad shit he does, the better off he is. It's crazy.
But that means that shows that he appeals to a certain type of element.
Yeah,
of degenerate.
uneducated white men. That's his number one. That's his. I mean, I'm not making
And
this
this
up.
is-
That's
I got a
his number
cold-
one supporter.
I got a cold ass joke. If Trump was to win,
Which is a possibility.
Trump can only beat women.
Mm-hmm.
You get that at
Damn.
in the morning. That's cold world. But think about it. It's a joke, but it's deeper than that. But it's a deep ass joke. Y'all think about it and y'all catch it.
I got it. That's crazy.
And where his bitch at? I mean, where his wife at? You ain't seen her in
She ain't
Man,
Yeah.
she probably was like,
you ain't
Lord,
seen nothing on her. She's so quiet,
and she
kept under
didn't
wraps.
speak nothing.
Nothing. You ain't seen nothing.
She said, I'm out.
Oh man.
You ain't heard nothing. So I'm just saying, y'all, this dude, you like, what?
I
Did
mean,
you
it's
catch it?
It's one
Think
thing.
about it. I'm
Hey,
just
it's one
saying.
thing to get caught cheating.
I'm
but
just
golly,
saying.
to have a,
Think about
a
it.
whole ass porn star payment.
Think
and all that,
about
and get
this
found
shit.
Guilty of sexual assault.
That's why I said this shit is deeper than snacks. Y'all got to really go past the surface, because I'll be breaking this shit down like an old school dub sack, and it got 2 swishers. You got to fill that motherfucker up and look at all the angles, y'all. Stop falling for the banana in the tailpipe. You got motherfuckers dying in false flags. You got people resigning from positions for the play. You got people, video evidence of people visually prepared to duck before shots. You got all this, and everybody is still running around like kangaroo court chickens with their head cut off. But that's exactly what they want you niggas at. Confused. But, okay. Anyway. What else y'all want to talk about before we roll out of here?
Man, yeah, I was tripping on my boy Youngin Ace, man, doing that song, man.
It's
But
so
that
much
Julio-
ignorance on both sides.
His Julio. So we had talked about it before, and the
Rest in
last,
peace to Julio.
yeah, and on that first show, man, I was I felt bad because I spoke on some shit I didn't really know about.
Mm-hmm.
And in my mind, I'm just like, man, Julio was crazy, man. Like, to go dancing on somebody's grave and all that.
Woo!
And I was like, yeah, that's, he kind of, I felt like at that moment he deserved to die. But then when I dove into the whole case and seen how they've been killing each other, like, back and forth, you know what I'm saying, and doing, like, the whole war thing. And then I seen that Young and Ace video when they was all at the golf course dressed like Carlton and shit.
Yeah.
And he was stunting, and he was, and he's literally,
Who I smoke,
yeah,
baby.
and he's just literally
I ain't seen
naming
that.
and making fun of all of Julio's folks that they killed,
Including Julio's brother.
including his brother.
Mm-hmm.
So then Julio's response was, "Oh, you gonna make fun of my fucking dead brother?
5
And
in the ground. 5 at
and
the
all my
ground.
niggas that you killed, well, fuck you. I'm gonna go to your, on behalf of my brother, I'm going to your brother's gravesite, and I'm finna do a video on his." So I didn't know all of that. So, you know what I'm saying? So I was just
It's-
like, kind of like, wow. I mean, it's still just as wild, don't get me wrong, but I mean, a motherfucker kill my brother and you make a song about it, bro. I ain't no telling what I might do. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? I ain't finna be dancing on nobody's grave, though. That's just not in me.
Yeah, it's just,
But I'm just saying, it ain't gonna just go by. It ain't gonna
But that's
just be
the
nothing.
cold thing about this society we live in. And shout out to Forex for the mechanics. he said something. He did a post. He's talking about music and everything. This genre now, this era, this rut. I'm gonna call it that. This endless cycle everybody in is about to turn up. And a part of the turn up is that disrespectful shit.
Yeah.
Like you speaking on that shit. That's just a fucked up era or mindset that a lot of people feel they got to be on to get on and prove that they the hardest.
Yeah.
It's fucking bullshit dick swinging
Antics.
context.
Yeah.
Contest that's
The
amongst,
music can't speak for itself. You gotta have antics with it.
and that's that.
But the crazy part about it, not to cut you
No,
off,
go
is that, bruh, so then Young and Ace comes back, so they kill Julio Fulio. So 2 weeks before he makes a video, and I'm listening, I'm like, damn, this is the shit. Right? But not really tripping on the whole, because I didn't know the whole war story at that time. So he makes a video saying, basically, I'm finna smoke this nigga on a day that one of the lyrics he says in there is something like, I'm gonna take him out on the day he came in. So they go kill Julio Fulio. The next
his
fucking
birthday.
day, he released an album detailing the whole murder. I'm like, bro, are you kidding me right now, bro? Like, when I really had listened to it, he's telling you how he killed them, shot through the windshield, killed four. The hook is four in the car, one dead, three got hit. That's and then it say something else, and that's one of the. It's remind you of some Tupac shit, like the vibe of the song, because I didn't know at the time like he was snitching on himself. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't heard it, so
oh man.
And me, a lot of that shit, I don't listen to a lot of that shit anyway.
Yeah.
So it's, you be telling me, I'll be like, oh wow, okay, and hey, I'm just in a different lane when it comes to some of this shit. I don't get involved or give two fucks about a lot of that bullshit, but it's
a popular. They got 63 million views.
Yeah, it's
because that's that
It
right.
got 63 million views.
But
Like
that's the shit that
damn near the
appeals.
day it came out,
Yeah.
and half of us didn't know this nigga was literally snitching on himself, and
Yes.
and that's what I wanted to kind of talk about is these dudes now is killing people, and this had been going on in they war too, and you're literally rapping the whole song about what you did. Smoking ops packs, naming the names, like this is a crazy error when you
Because
feel
it's
like
the
you
put
could
on
smoke
era.
somebody and just speak about it, like
Yeah.
And he's saying in the song like "fuck the cops," I
No
don't
caution,
care. Y'all ain't
no
finna
wisdom,
catch me.
no discernment.
Yeah, it ain't nothing. It's like they ain't gonna find the murder weapon. Like, so that's
we
why
melted it down.
Like you really wilding.
Yeah, no, you wildin'. Like you, I think somebody put in the comments the level of self-snitching these days is like unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like you literally, I mean, the song starts off saying, I shot these niggas through the windshield, 4 in the car, 1 dead, 3 got hit.
Yeah.
That's the hook. And you just did it the day before.
I blame T Grizzly. Hey, remember when we robbed that at July 26th at 3 p.m.?
Yeah.
And you had on a hoodie? Like, I blame T Grizzly, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just crazy.
Niggas be feeling like if they ain't specifically telling you the
Ooh,
details,
that
then that mean that you might not believe them, and they really rapping for no other reason than for you to know that I'm the most terrible nigga ever lived.
We came from an era where if you did some shit like that, you would like stop rapping, just because
Right.
like you just didn't even want to be putting those songs out. Like you ain't even trying to, man. But now it's just like
That's just
they get high off this Instagram and
They
these
need
likes
ego.
and stuff.
Ego is
That's that
So then they
dopamine.
get online and they
Attention is a hell of a
go
drug.
live and they start talking shit. And I've seen, and what's blown me away in the last few years is seeing enemies on live against each other, and then one of them get killed. Like they're talking shit and it's smooth like gangster talk.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man, you know,
What you gonna
man,
do?
I hope we don't run into each other in public, man. And it's
Yeah,
comments coming up. I'm like, bro, this is crazy, man.
Right. I'm sorry. I just can't subscribe to that type of shit, that mentality. But
It's definitely
sad.
a different generation.
It's definitely.
Operating
you-
under different rules.
Yeah, but to your point of, and you making songs and telling on yourself. I don't know. Attention. Once I take it back to that. Attention is a hell of a drug. To the human attention craving is dopamine, whatever it is that they need to fulfill that vial they got to fill up every day. That's the new crack, and niggas is doing anything and everything to get that high. And I'm sorry, but y'all are fucking it up for everybody. Mm-hmm. And while y'all could be doing some good shit and being able to go vote to make sure we don't have motherfuckers like Rump and the other chick, but y'all out here doing dumb shit. But y'all need to shout out to Dwayne running for Oakland school board. Make sure y'all check him out. Yeah, that's a good brother doing. That's the things I be telling people. We worried about big shit, but it's the little shit that's closer to home that matter. So that's
think globally, but act locally.
Yeah. I mean, shit. It's the end of motherfucking July. Shit's finna be August. This shit going by quick.
Too quick.
Yeah, I got my shoulder shit next week. Hopefully this shit'll be over with. And get your health done, people. Health is wealth.
Sure.
Shout out to Lawrence. Who's that? LD's tuning in. What's up, my guy? But what y'all got coming up? What y'all got going on?
Oakland International Film Festival, mid-September. I'm gonna announce the actual date real soon, but mid-September, man. Y'all make plans to come rock with your boy.
Fuck with us.
Shit.
How's that?
Dropping. Shit. Me and Fab got a video shoot coming up in the next week or two, so I'm finna lock in with that. Trying to just still work on this music and shit, man, and just keep it going pretty much.
That
just
should
a
be
few
big.
little shows. Stalin is releasing another album. I think I got a couple tracks on that. So I just been working on that, man, and just really doing some self-focus, man. Like he said, working on my health and doing stuff like that, man. So nothing too big, just a lot of. Sometimes you gotta. For me, I gotta sit back sometimes and kind of regroup and refocus. So yeah, it's gonna be a big rest of the year. Hoping with the movies we got coming out, with the music and stuff like that, and with this podcast too.
Trying to do shit, moving shit. I want to thank everybody for tuning in as always. Trying to think what I got. Yeah, health is wealth, man. I gotta get a colonoscopy coming up. Get that done. Yeah, man. Y'all brothers, fellas, women too. Make sure y'all get checked out when you get to a certain age, man. Y'all, health is wealth. We be scared to go to the doctor and get shit checked out. Y'all scared to go to the dentist, go to the doctor.
But you should be more scared to die.
Yeah.
Especially off some preventable shit.
Y'all get checked out. Health is wealth, man. Shit. I mean, we everybody ain't gonna be here forever. We all gotta go, but hey, as long as you can be here and enjoy yourself, please do. Just don't do no dumb shit. Women and kids are the future. Whitney Houston said it best. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Please. Y'all going to check out that fucking what's that shit? The fucking Wolverine. No, yeah, Wolverine and Deadpool shit. I don't know if
I'm gonna go see it tonight.
Okay.
Them past Deadpool movies was pretty entertaining.
I've been watching The Boys on Amazon. That shit is it's wild. It's wild, wicked. I watched it, but
and Gen V. You gotta watch.
Yeah, I watched I watched that Gen V, and I watched on Apple TV, Presumed Innocent.
I ain't familiar with it.
It's a good show with what's his what's the brother? He got his sisters, Gillahim or whatever. Anyway, it's good. Yeah, it's a series. It's good. And then also Truth Be Told on Apple TV is pretty good with Octavia Spencer. Hella good. And the show is based in the Bay Area. Good shit. You got a lot of decisions to make. Please be informed before you make your decisions. Study your candidates. Make informed decisions. Stop just sharing shit just to be sharing shit. Because a lot of us do it. You see something and you just share it without even knowing, and you more than likely sharing some bullshit. But I know clickbait is real, and false flags and fake shit is real. Like I said, there was video of dude, which I'm gonna go research it some more. But there's evidently a picture of Trump out with no ear patch, and his ear don't look nicked or nothing.
Right.
But once again, it could be some bullshit. But let's check it out and see. You never know. Because everybody doing them motherfucking AI pictures. Yeah, that's before we go. Yeah. You niggas with all these AI pictures, stop. Just be you. Love yourself.
Shit, AI got me in the gym.
Fuck that. Love yourself. Stop doing that shit. Because y'all ain't going to know what's fake and what's real. Y'all, when that Project Bluebeam, when they show the fucking whales coming out the sky, y'all gonna be like, oh my God, it's coming.
Only thing that amazes me is that I put up some AI pictures, right? About 50 pounds lighter.
Is that shit you with the shorts?
Hey,
and I started to comment on you. Like, this nigga got a picture with shorts above
but
his
this
knees.
niggas that saw me last,
fucking
but this
violation.
niggas that saw me last week, there talking about looking good, P. Nigga, you just saw me, nigga. You know good well that
see
ain't
this shit? The jokes is one thing, but y'all niggas that, and it's the motherfuckers that be accepting the compliments to the shit.
I'm laughing because nigga, you
I
just
know,
saw
you
me
trolling.
in person.
I know you trolling and do the shit, so that's one thing. But I'm just saying, everybody love yourself at the end of the day.
Facts.
Please love
Love
yourself.
yourself, man.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Catch us next week when we'll have Fluid and a few guests next week. Everybody be safe. Take care of yourself. Love each other. Like I said, stop doing dumb shit. And rest in peace to everybody that we lost. You know what I'm saying? I've been to 4 funerals in 30 days. And yeah, I'm wore out. I'm tired of funerals. Now it's time to say goodbye to all my Negro friends. Hey, catch y'all next week.